Welcome back to Loving's Guitar, where I like to talk about guitars and how they make me feel. And today I'm reminded that, music, this thing that we partake in our lives, that gets brought into our existence like it means something to us. For some people, music is like spiritual. It's the meal of the day. And not everyone feels that way. Not everyone feels as enthusiastic about music as you do, or what you feel enthusiasm is, or the truest form, the most genuine, because everything else is fake news. Well, there's nothing fake in playing your guitar. There's days when you suck. And what do you do with all that suck? You think, there's sports. I'm not really a sports person, except for hockey. I love hockey. But I'm saying, there's days you're gonna lose. You lose the game. And you sucked. Maybe that the whole team sucked. Everybody was just, they enjoyed themselves too much the night before, and now they suck. So, but that happens in various occupations, where you get to that point where my deepest regret, and I do apologize when I do suck. It must feel awful, right? Depending how many times you've sucked. Imagine if there's this collection of just series of events that you can remember, and it was all about you sucking. Well, then you have a collection of sucked moments. I think we're meeting the objective here, and that is, we love ourselves so damn much, and that's a good thing, folks. Loving yourself so much is a good thing. That you can suck sometimes. And not because you make yourself suck. No. You don't want to suck. But when you do, it's nice. Acknowledging and being okay with it. And it's like, yeah, today I do suck. How's your day going? We shouldn't be so overly consumed with, the material things. Even what we call these material things. Even, I don't know. Okay, so I like guitars. Do I like any particular shape? No. If it has 6 strings and a nut and a bridge, and it's something I can wrap my hands around, chances are I'm going to play it. I like guitars. I like playing guitars. Because I like playing. And then the guitars I like maintaining. I like chasing that maintenance. I know. Sounds weird, right? Chasing the maintenance of a guitar. The lesson that I want to maybe suggest, or maybe for you to think about, is don't be so hard on yourself. And it's okay to suck, because I suck sometimes. This is not I'm not going to give you charity points too, just because you suck more than me. But you don't get a gold star. I'm sorry, I'm not going to give you the gold star for sucking this week, but because this is just another form of grace. We're like, we don't have to be the sharpest pencil in the box, the most colorful crayon in the world. We don't have to shedazzle or impress or over-glimmerize or just over-indulge everyone else's version of us. What we just need to do is love ourselves. And if that, for you, if that means that, you spend more time on an instrument, well, that's a form of loving yourself. Nurturing that. All right, eventually I will get back to the motif, but just in case the tape rolls out, because I'm not sure how long this is. Maybe I got a little bit more time, so let's continue about a little bit more about the motif. All right. Say, you know what? Maybe I should write a song about this. I'm sucking. I'm sucking. And all it takes is 3 notes. This dude on the channel calls it a motif. Holy shit. He's doing it again. He's sucking. What was the motif? I forgot. I'm on another one. Oh, here's another thing, too. For the beginners out there. I gotta wrap this up because this is gonna run out in any second. I lost one monitor already, so I don't know if we're still recording. But here's the thing. You know what? Maybe sometimes some of the best lessons you can do for yourself as a musician. Forget about the guitar. But if you want to learn guitar even better, then sometimes put down the guitar and give yourself a lesson. And that if that means that you hear a groove that you can just hum to or sing to, or make up some melodies that way. So now you don't have to worry about your fingers going places, because maybe you can hit the note. And if you can hit the note, then you're at least thinking that note can be hit. And you're putting notes in places where, notes weren't there before. So you haven't actually physically done it yet, but you already can mentally see it. You can mentally hear it, right? Eventually, we're going to get all of that stuff that's in your head, in your dreams, and all that stuff that you can feel actually becomes a physical manifestation, through the strings you're playing. You're like, oh my God, I woke up, I pinched myself. Anyway, talking about thinking about, this is not a pinching show. All right, but if we were pinching today, and maybe we can go out with this idea of getting pinched, well, in a good way, a circle of pinchers. Wait. I still say it's England. Thank you for watching. Is it right? All right. Be nice to each other, all right? Let's support each other, There's some of us suck more than others, Don't try to outsuck each other. But on the days that you suck, just understand that you too have been there, and you too suck at some points in your life, and maybe you're still sucking. But you know what? That just means, like, as I said before, you're real. It hurts. You're genuine. It's okay to suck. It doesn't feel good. It's kind of like, I wish I didn't suck so much. But Hey, listen, I'm here to tell you that. Yeah, welcome to the club. Okay. This is a club where we're all together on this, and it, actually, I've learned, I think, a lot more about the people who I don't know about, and how they feel about their guitars and their guitar journey. So, as a person who likes to collect data, which I still am, and I can't help myself. Okay, that means, all right, apparently I have lost the battle of uh, the recording time on the main camera. So now we're back on camera A, no, camera B, and camera C. There, all right. So, let's see, what else can I say? I said it all. I think I'm going overtime now, but it's okay. You should have been shutting this off from the moment you saw this thing happening. You saw it was clear as daylight. The glacier was just no, it was the glacier. This iceberg. It was an iceberg. It was in the ocean. It was floating all by itself, and it was big. It was huge. Everyone can see it, but no. You're just, in this passenger ship and just saying, well, you know what? C'est la vie. C'est la vie. Yeah, we're too advanced. Well, there's no way we're going to go crashing into that, right? Yeah. That was a Titanic time. All right. Alrighty, folks. See you the next time I get a little choked up.